So how would you like to make a lot of money in real estate? No, seriously, how would you like to make a lot more money in real estate fast? Hey, welcome guys to the Cash Flow Talk. This is Camilo, your cash flow guy. Today I'm going to talk to newbies, new investors, and how you can get started in the real estate market. Well, in my opinion, real estate created freedom for me and my family. And when I started this real estate business, I was a high school entrepreneur wannabe, pretty much. I had no money, no experience, no knowledge, no nothing, and I wanted to jump into the real estate business. So you understand a little bit of background. Before I started in real estate, I was doing multi-level marketing, MLM, or some people call it network marketing. And one day I went to one of these courses and seminars, and I asked this guy, I was trying to bring him into my business, but this guy had a suit, nice pen, nice watch. He looked like money, and he looked like he knew what he was doing, what he was talking about. And when I tried to recruit him or promote my business to him, he immediately said, hey, stop wasting your time. You're in your 20s. This is the golden age. Whatever money you make in your 20s is going to set your life in the 30s and 40s and 50s and so on. Stop wasting your time and get into real estate investing. Not a realtor, investing. Now, nothing wrong against realtors, nothing personal, but that's what he said. I was kind of frustrated. I was like, man, what is this guy doing? What is he talking to me like that? He's kind of disrespecting what I'm doing today. And I didn't take it personal, but it hit me. But I was at the elevator ready to get out of the room. And then I was like, man, let me go back to this guy and let me talk to him for a second. I went back to him and I said, I understand what you're saying. How do I get started? Like, immediately clicked. It was like a minute after he told me this. But then what he said was, how do I start? I asked him, how do I start? And he said, well, you got to start reading some books. I'm not going to be your mentor. I'm not going to teach you how to do real estate investing. But as an option, you can start reading these three books. Well, lucky for me, I had already read one of them, which is the Rich Dad Poor Dad book. And he recommended me two other books. Anyways, long story short, he taught me how to start in real estate. He gave me some tips and he gave me some advices. And after a few years, we created financial freedom before we turned 30 years old. And long story short, I wanted to illustrate you what I believe is the 3 basic steps on how you become financially free in real estate. Because ultimately, my goal was freedom. How do I get passive income every month coming into my pocket so I can live where I want, I can have the business that I want, I can spend the time with the family that I want, and not have to worry about being active every single minute, 40, 50, 60 hours a week, but instead I have some passive income. Now, I work because I choose to. I work because I want to, but not because I have to. That was before I turned 30 years old, and these are what I'm going to illustrate you is what I believe is the key to start in the real estate investing business. Now, what I like to show you is like a pyramid or a triangle where I separate the business in 3 different sections. Now, the first section, we're going to call these wholesale. Now, the best thing about wholesaling is you're going to buy low properties, buy cheap properties, and properties that need renovations under market value, and you're going to sell them to buyers or flippers or landlords who are going to get these properties cheap from you as a deal finder. You're going to make a quick profit out of this, and they're going to fix it up and sell it for one-time lump sum of cash, or they're going to fix it up and rent it for monthly passive income, which is the end goal. Okay, so wholesaling is very simple. If you want more details, go to our website, cashflowpropertiesacademies.com, and how you can get started in this. If you're understanding, if you like what this is all about, you can start with no money, you can start with no credit, and you can start with no experience. You do need a lot of energy though, because this is a very active business. So if you like what I'm talking about, type below in the comments, type the word wholesale. If you're interested in wholesaling, let us know, comment below the word wholesale, and we will contact you directly, okay? Now, wholesale is the first step. Now, why is the most important part about real estate investing? Is because when you start wholesaling, you're going to learn how to acquire properties under market value. That is the key on real estate investing. I say it all the time. The money is made on the purchase, not on the resale, or it's collected in the resale or in the rental income. But the money that you make in real estate is based on how good of a property you can find. And by becoming a wholesaler, that's the biggest step on becoming a great real estate investor. Now, step number 2, this is going to be rehab. Other investors call it flippers, or buying, fixing, and selling. When you rehab properties or when you flip properties, one, you gotta have more money, you gotta have more experience, you gotta have cash available, you're gonna deal with contractors, permits, electricians, roofers, and there's a lot more risk involved in this. Why is there more risk involved in this? Because if you make a mistake in a wholesale deal and you lose $1,000 deposit, a $500 deposit, a $2,000 deposit, that's all you're gonna lose. When you make a mistake in a rehab, let's say you didn't account for a new roof, that's $20,000. If you don't account for windows, that's $15,000. If you open walls and you start finding mold and broken walls and termites and all these things that you didn't account for, what I'm trying to say is one little mistake can be a lot more expensive when you're rehabbing properties. Not so much when you're wholesaling. But in rehab, you're buying a property, you're gonna fix it up, you're gonna sell it, but you're gonna make big one-time lump sum of cash. For example, you buy a property for $100,000, you put $20,000 into it, and you sell it for $160 or $170. You created a 30%, 25% return on your money, but you only get paid once. It requires a lot more money, and it requires a lot more time and a lot more experience. Now, doing these two things, that's exactly what we did. We started wholesaling, we started rehabbing, and we started putting cash in our bank account. We started saving money because the last step for being a successful real estate investor is being a landlord. It's having rental properties. So rental properties or rents is the most important part about you being a real estate investor. Is the end result, is the end goal. It's your 401k, it's your retirement. The properties that we've been able to acquire are not for sale. We're not selling these properties when we're 40s. We're not selling them when we're 50s. And I don't care how much value they go up or down. I don't care, because tenants are paying off my mortgage. They're positive cash flowing every single month, and it's paying for my lifestyle. It's paying not only for my home, my cars, my insurance, my food, my meals, but they're also paying for my vacations, for my kids' education. Everything that we need to do comes from our rents. And everything that I make today out of wholesales and rehabs, it goes back to saving more money so I can create more rental incomes. I can buy more properties and create more rental income at the end of the day. So those are the three final steps. Those are the three steps that I consider is the backbone of any real estate investor. Now you can get into commercial, you can get into residential, or you can do hotels and hospitals. That's major leagues. We're talking to newbies right now, okay? So if you consider, or if you like what I'm talking about, type yes below that you understand what you're saying. And if you really like one of these steps, let us know which one is it that you like the most. Type wholesale below if you would like to learn how to start wholesaling, or you would like more information. Type rehab or flips below if you want to know more about flips. And obviously type more about rentals, because that's the end result. That is financial freedom. Guys, thank you for watching. This is Camilo again from the Cash Flow Talk. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Comment below. Like, share it, comment, and we'll see you guys in the next video.